Hey, what is up, guys? I'm here with another Elder Scrolls crafting tutorial, and today we're going to be talking about clothing. So the first thing you need to know is what the materials look like. I'm pretty sure most of them are all plants for clothing. Right here we have some jute, so I'm just going to collect this. I think this is the basic material for first starting the whole clothing process. So now I'm gonna head to a clothing station, and I'll probably fast forward that. So give me one sec. All right, so now we're at the clothing station, and I'm in Devin's Watch right now, if you need to know, and I joined the Ebonheart Pact. So this should be the main city that you will enter if you decide to join that pact, or the Ebonheart Pact. So right here you can find the clothing station. Um, Now, first let's talk about refining the materials. So what I just got is I got raw jute. That was what that plant was. Now, this is important. You're going to need at least 10 raw jute in order to refine that material. So if you don't have exactly 10, or if you don't have 10 or more, you won't be able to refine the material. So right here it says 10 of these items can be refined into 7 to 10 jute, so that's exactly what we want. So I'm going to refine this. And you can see I got unlucky, it gave me 7 jute, but that's okay because I already have some jute that I made previously. So now we can start talking about creation. There's two different types of armor for clothing. There's either medium armor, which is all of this stuff right here, and then there's the light armor. And you can make both of these at a clothing station, depending on what you want to be. I would say that mages usually go light armor, and that if you're going stealth, I would probably go medium armor. Or, I mean, you can always switch it up too. You don't have to listen to what I'm saying, but that's just a general idea of what the armor is. So now let's talk about the material. I have 61 jute here. This has all been refined from raw jute, and it says I need 7 of these in order to get a level 1 homespun robe. So for 7 pieces of jute, I can make this and this armor piece will be level 1. But if I want to make it a higher level, you have to use more jute. So if I want it to be level 4, I'm going to have to use 8 pieces of jute. And this will go all the way up to level 14. Now once you hit level 14, that's when you're going to have to use a new material. So you're going to need to start using flax, which I don't have right now. But just make sure that the higher level you start to become, the different materials that you're going to have to start finding and using instead. So right now I'm just going to use jute. We'll make a level 10. So that's going to be 11 pieces. Next part is about the style. There's a bunch of different styles. There's Imperial, Daedric, Primal, Barbaric, Ancient Elf, and then you have all the races. So I'm an Orc. So whatever race you have, that's the type of style you're going to start out with. Now you can collect all of these different types of styles throughout the game. Right now I only have 2 because I found Bosmer. So I have Bosmer and I have Orc. And so those are the two types of styles I could use for this type of armor piece. So I'm just going to use Orcish armor for this. But if you're having trouble finding these style stones, you can actually buy them from the vendor, which is like 2 feet from me right now. I'm pretty sure they sell these style stones. So just remember, if you don't have any, you can always go to them to get them. Now, next we're going to talk about the trait. This is the final piece of the clothing process for the creation part. In order to put a trait on your piece of clothing, you're gonna need, first of all, you're gonna have to have a researched item, and secondly, you're gonna need these stones. So what I mean by research item is if you go to research, if I go to this right here, these are all the different types of armor. For breaches, I have this well fitted. It says researchable. If you find stuff from, like, if you find armor or weapons, anything like that from enemies or doing dungeons or finding them from chests, they might have something that says well fitted or sturdy or reinforced like underneath them. So right here, for example, it says well fitted for that and for this. They're both well fitted, which means I can research both of those. So if I want to research this, I can research it, and it says it's going to take 6 hours, and this is in real world time, so it's going to take 6 hours in the real world for this to be done researching. Now once that's done researching, if I go back to creation, I'm able to use that trait on that specific item. So for breaches, I can use a well-fitted trait, but in order to do that, I'm also going to need a stone. So there's kind of a long process in the researching department. So right now I'm just going to go no trait, but I will show you all of these. These are all different types of trait stones that I have that I can use, but I'm just not going to use any right now. So yeah, that should sum up everything about the researching process. So I can craft this now. So now I have the level 10 homespun robe. So that's how you create your armor for clothing. Next we'll talk about deconstructing. Now, if you find something and you don't think it's selling for a lot, or you don't plan on using it, you don't plan on researching it, you can always get materials back if you deconstruct something. So if I deconstruct this right here, okay, it says no usable items found. That's not good. I'll try this one. See, I got 4 jute for just dismantling that. So I got some materials back, which is good. I like to deconstruct a lot because I do a lot of clothing and blacksmithing and stuff, so I like to get materials back instead of having to go out and find them myself. So finally we will talk about improving. Now to improve stuff, hang on. Alright. To improve stuff, if you just click on it, this will come up, and it says I need hemming in order to improve this light piece of armor. So if I go to 5, it says 100% chance, 4 80% chance, 3 60% chance, 2 40% chance, and 1 20% chance. So if I use one of these, it has a 20% chance of being improved. If I use 2, it's going to be a 40% chance of being improved. Now I only have 2 of them, so I have a 40% chance of this working. So I'm going to try to improve it. We'll see if it gets improved. It's a risk. And we got really lucky. So we did the 40% chance and it actually improved. So now my armor rating went up, the value went up, because it went from normal to fine, and that can go, you can keep improving these pieces of armor from normal to fine to superior to epic to legendary. It goes all the way up through that chain. You can just keep improving them. And yeah, that's basically it. I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. Be sure to check out my other crafting tutorials. I will try to do every type of crafting there is. I should have all the tutorials up soon. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more content. And yeah, thanks for watching.